Welcome back to News 8 at 11, GMQC at 11. We are live at Rocky Stadium. Big game tonight. You can throw the records out the window when it's Rock Island and Moline, and a guy that might like to throw the records out the window is Fritz Giudone. It's been a tough start for you guys, 0-4, but a gauntlet of games against some really, really good football teams. Kind of talk about your start, and I know there's a lot of good that comes from a challenging schedule like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those where going in, you know, you always try to breed confidence in your players, you know, but we also know that we played all ranked teams, teams that were larger than us in terms of classifications and records, you know. But I told the players during the summer, we're not going to be afraid of expectations, about setting expectations. In conference-wise, we knew Quincy was on top of the hill, and we were going to do everything we can to put ourselves in the running. And right now for us, it's really trying to pull the good out of those games. You know, we're 0-4, but we did a lot of good things. I mean, and stats-wise, you could see it. You could see the offensive production as compared to last year is there. Defensively, you know, you can make 1,000,000 tackles, but people remember the one tackle you miss that equaled a score.
Yeah.
You know.
So how do you remind the guys in a week like this when it is Moline Rocky? They're so hyped, they're amped. You got homecoming. There's a lot of things going into this week. How do you remind them, like, hey, get a win here. We can really make some noise and do something the rest of the 5 weeks.
Yeah, it's been this push and pull as a coaching staff. You know, we're trying to challenge them. We're trying to put pressure on them in terms of a performance, in terms of being more even keel and being more focused on the details and being able to point to the errors that we made that have cost us in the past. But it's also, you don't want these guys so amped up and so focused on Moline. Right. Really, right now, our focus has to be on us. Like, can we improve as a team? Can we take away the errors and the mistakes that have cost us? And if we do that, you know, the good things will happen to us. You know, the crazy part about this rivalry is these guys know each other.
Right.
Like, they play on baseball teams together or AAU basketball, and as much as you want them to say it's just a game, they're talking trash to each other the entire week. But for us as a staff, you know, we talk more about Rock Island this week than we did about Moline.
High school football in general, each Friday night is an opportunity, and this is a great opportunity. But you look at Rocky Stadium. This is a newly run. I think it's 90 years, 95
years old. Yeah.
125 years of Rock Island football. The rivalry coming in town. This is what you get up. I mean, this is what high school football is all about, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know, I remember earlier this summer when we did the previews, I talked about how this area breeds legacy programs. You know, you've got players who right now are hearing from uncles and grandfathers about their Moline games, and that's what makes it so special. It's, yes, we're one of the longest running rivalries in the state, but we're neighbors and we share so much in common that, you know, the community's going to come out to support, and you know the families are going to come out to support, and we have a couple class reunions coming back into town this week to be honored.
So you've got, the other thing that's cool you've done this year is you've been bringing somebody back from Rock Island history, and they're doing the coin toss.
Yes.
You had Vic Boblet for the red and gold game, and other, who do you have tonight? Who's the?
It's Dick Allison.
Okay.
He's one of our, again, legendary Rock Island players who, you know, ended up being drafted. He played overseas in Germany, came back and ended up working in our district and retiring, giving back to, he's Rock Island through and through. So it's been neat for me, someone that is not native to Rock Island, but also our players to kind of learn about, you know, the men that laid the foundation for what it means to be a Rock Island Rock.
Coach, before we let you go, last year was a slow start and then a fantastic finish.
Yeah.
I know you want to stay in the now, but you've got to remind those boys that, you know, we've done this before, and fast finishes are something that maybe Rock Island is good at, hopefully.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those where I wish it was reversed this year. You know, we came in wanting to build from that fast, that strong finish we had. But the thing that I told the players this week is we fully understand the competition we had. And honestly, besides leaving the field against Quincy, the other 3 games, both the players and coaches felt like we left opportunities on the field. And that is no knock on the competition. It's just how close we are and how talented we truly are, that if we minimize some of the self-inflicted wounds, some of these games could have flipped.
Coach, we always love spending time with
I
Fritz Unai,
appreciate
head
it.
coach at Rock
Thank you.
Island. It's Rock Island Moline homecoming here at Rocky Stadium. We got a lot more to get to, of course, tonight on The Score, and coming up a little bit later on here on GMQC at 11. We will be right back.